it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. New planner season is officially here, and I am so excited today to be sharing with you some of the new items and a new planner from Erin Condren. This is from their 25-26 academic year launch, which, if you don't know, is when all the new designs and colorways for the whole next year come out. I'm so excited to have my hands on this. It is so absolutely gorgeous. In case you can't tell, I obviously went for the floral option this year. As usual, the Erin Condren florals are just always my favorite, and this one is so stunning. There is also a new planner layout this year, which is what I have right here, and I'm just so excited to be sharing all of this with you. I did receive this package as part of the Erin Condren Creators and Affiliates program. It was kindly gifted to me by Erin Condren, so thank you so much to the EC team for that. I'll link some of the other creators' videos down below as well, so that you can take a look at some of the other planners in the line that are coming and some of the other colorway options as well. This new collection launches on April 21st for EC Insiders, which is Erin Condren's free reward program. You can join at any time and you'll have early access to shop the planners. And then the general launch is going to be on April 22nd. So there are 3 new designs this year. I will pop up some pictures of the ones that I don't have so you can see. So the one that I have is called Bouquet, really pretty. I always go for the floral option. It's just always my absolute favorite, and this year is so gorgeous. The other 2 designs are Hexagon, which if you're looking for that like traditional, really bright and vibrant Erin Condren colorway, that is the planner that you're gonna wanna go for. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And then the final colorway is called Minimal, and it's very similar to Canvas from last year. So like if you want a completely neutral planner, gray tabs, you know, very minimal designs, very minimal colorways. If you're a big stickerer, that's a really good option for you as well. There are 4 interior layouts. I have the new one here, and then the other 3 layouts are all ones that you've seen before. So we've got the hourly, the vertical, and the horizontal. There haven't been any major interior changes to any of those designs is my understanding. This is the new layout. The compact vertical, however, is no longer available, but if you are a fan of the compact vertical, I do think you will really love this new design, which is called the dashboard layout, and I absolutely love this. It works so well for the way that I plan. There are also 4 coil options as usual for this year. As you can see, I've got the rose gold, which is my favorite. The standard coil is silver, and then for the upgrade, you can get either rose gold, or a multicolor coil. There are still daily duo planners available. I don't have the new one of those, but that works the same way as before. So you have the option for a daily duo in a 7x9 or in an A5. The 7x9 Life Planner base price for this year is $60.50 for 12 months, or $65.50 for 18 months. You can also add on a little section in the back there. I have a couple different options. I've got the new goal setting one back here, and that is, I think, a $10 upgrade. And as well, the coil, if you're upgrading that as well, as an upcharge. The planners all come with a ruler stencil, which was like a change they made, I think, last year. I absolutely love this. It's a really nice stencil. And if you watch my channel regularly, you know that I'm a huge fan of stencils in general. Let's start with the planner, and then I'll jump in and show you some of the accessories I have. There's more accessories than this available. I just have a small selection here. So this is the bouquet cover. There's lots of new cover options coming, including this other one that I have here that is just like so beautiful. I love this design so much. Then you still get your vellum to protect your pages. And then here is the cover page here. You can see it says Life Planner and then the dashboard layout, because I do have the new layout. This is actually inside. There's a new font that I've never seen before that I really like, that is for the bouquet one. Generally speaking, the fonts are a little bit different depending on which interior colorway you get, and just like the florals in this are so gorgeous. So this is the design. How beautiful is this? I really need them to sell these as prints. The colors are gorgeous, just the design. It says bloom into a new era. You can kind of preview what the font looks like there. But here is like a really good look at it. So you still have your year at a glance, and then your kind of goals or 12 bubble pages, whatever you want to think this as. And this one actually says, have enough courage to start and enough heart to finish, instead of that a goal is a dream with a plan that it used to say. So a little bit different, and you can kind of preview what the colorway looks like here. This one does have 6 colors that then repeat. The hexagon one does have a full 12 colors, as typical with the Erin Condren planners. So then the next thing you actually have here is, this is a July start planner, but you actually get a May and a June calendar page, just a little extra planning space to do some pre-planning while you're getting ready to move into your planner. So I thought that was a really nice touch, since a lot of people will pick this up during launch, and then, you know, you're not going to be able to use the weekly pages until July. So you have like a little preview of some monthly spreads to play around with. I do actually really love the monthly spread on this, like with the color just on the notes section. Of course, if you're going to sticker, that is going to make, like, you're definitely going to want to match that color. It's going to be pretty challenging to cover up since it is full bleed. It does go off the whole page, but as long as you're like kind of working with that color, you're free to add in like stickers and washi and just like really make it your own. If you want something that's like totally neutral, definitely go for the minimal. I do think this is really pretty. So then we get into the main part of the planner. So we have a notes page and then our tab. How gorgeous is that? So each one is going to have the color that matches the tab, and then the design is like very similar, just the different color, and the quotes are different on all of them. So this one says, "Let yourself fully blossom," and then it says July in the middle. Really pretty. And then you get right into your calendar page, which again, we just saw that. So that is what the calendar looks like there. The tabs are on a slightly thicker paper, like a thin cardstock, and then the rest of the planner, the paper is the same as it's always been, that absolutely wonderful 120 GSM, really toothy paper. I always say this, but Erin Condren has absolutely my favorite paper. Then the dashboard does actually look a little bit different this year. So the monthly dashboard just got like a minor facelift, I would say. So there's a lot more lines on it now, which is really helpful for writing. So you still have this box up here. It's got kind of like just this blank colored in section, and then 4 kind of main priorities, or however you want to use that space. Then you have this little notes section here. A to-do list here. It actually does say to-dos, and this one is both lined and like dotted with a check mark. And then the section at the bottom now also has lines. So a little bit more functional than all of like the blank spaces with regards to, you know, being able to write really neatly in it. I appreciate the lines, although I do always prefer dot grid, but the lines are really nice as well. And they're still fairly light. So if you wanted to like sticker or cover with washi, you're not gonna have to white out anything or anything like that. And then you do have a plain line piece of paper next to that, so additional planning space before you get into the new weekly spread. We love it. We do still have the color change, like this one is like June to July. As usual, that's not really my favorite. I prefer when it's all one color on the page, but all of these colors really go super well together, so it's not that big of a deal. It's just such a beautiful color palette. So let's take a look at it all in one color here. So on the left-hand side of the page, you have a weekly overview. If you are a fan of the compact vertical, I think this should look semi-similar. It's not exactly the same, but it's kind of like, you know, you just have like a little chunk of space for each day. You could put in like priorities. You could actually use this for like memory keeping or journaling, just like a little bit of journaling space each day, or just like major appointments, anything you kind of want. You have sort of 6 lines to work with in here if you count this top one, plus a little extra space there to put any like major notes or birthdays, whatever. And then you do have this extra blank one here. So it is divided in 8. So weekends get the full planning space. Obviously not a ton of planning space. It's more of like a weekly overview spread. I love a dashboard layout. It just, you know what, it just works really well for how I plan. I put in like anything time sensitive or any like appointments or anything like that, or a few priorities for the day. And then I use the dashboard space to kind of fit things in throughout my week. So over here on the dashboard side, you have this little box for priorities. Also would be a great place to do some decorating or stickers. This is like a very minimal spread on the weeklies, so the color is not going to kind of get in your way. You could easily cover it up with stickers, washi, very flexible, neutral planning on the inside of the weekly planning pages. Then you have space for 6 habits next to that priorities section. Then you've got this to-do list here that's split, so it runs kind of like across. That's really nice. You could just use it as a regular to-do list, but you could do like work and home, or, you know, to-dos for you, to-dos for the kids, or however you want to split it if you wanted it to be 2 separate lists, or you could just kind of use it continuously. So each of them has 7 to-dos. So you have total space of 14, and then just this large notes section at the bottom. Really, really flexible. And again, you could always add more to-dos on the bottom there. Use your stencil to add in some dots or squares. And then this just rolls into the next week. So that is what your weekly spread looks like. It is still a 2-page spread, just a very different layout than anything that I think that they've done before. And I do really love this. I find this super, super functional. And I will definitely be trying this out as kind of a main planner to see how I like it. And then when you get to the end of the month, you do have one extra notes page there, and then you get back into the tab, rolls right into the next monthly calendar, the dashboard planning space, and then it just keeps going. It is, you know, a continuous planner. It is dated. So this one says, don't underestimate the power of a planted seed. That's nice. And so I'll just quickly show you all the tabs so you can see all the colors. But yeah, this is just really, really, I just think it's a very gorgeous design. It's very like sophisticated looking. I really love this. And I absolutely love the new font. Like that I was not expecting. I had seen some previews before, but I did not notice the font on that. So I just really love like the typeface that they've used throughout all of this. The colors are so gorgeous and the new markers match them so well. I will show you that in just a minute. Yeah, it's just a really, really good match. So June, so the colorway does repeat. So it goes, there's only 6 colors, so July through December, and then it repeats. This is a 1-year planner, which is my preference because otherwise it gets so crowded on the coil, but they do still have the 18-month available. So now we're back in July, and then that is kind of it. In the back section here with the gray tabs, you do have this notes section, which I have the markers swatched in there. So I'll show you that in one sec. And then I have one add-on here. So I got the goal setting add-on, and it's just got some pages for doing some goals. This is a guide to goal setting. And then you have these like little goal, start date, ideal completion date, milestones, how, like, is it a one-time yearly or monthly goal, action steps, inspiration, and then these project progress trackers. So you can kind of use that to track how things are going with your goal. And then you just have a bunch of these. So it's not like a goal setting system where you're going to like set annual goals and break them down. It's just like space to work on a particular goal. So something a little bit different, but really cool. And it has like the steps to break down the individual goals and everything. And you get a bunch of these pages. I'm not sure how many are in there, but there's a whole bunch of them. And then at the back there, it just says celebrate the wins, big and small. And it says like progress so far, accomplishments, and then notes there. And then you get the usual pages in the back. You've got your heritage and awareness observances. Let's keep in touch. This forward planning page, which just looks so good with that new font. I really love that. And then you have your back page here, and there's actually 4 pages of stickers here. Pocket, double-sided pocket. I usually take the pocket out because it takes up so much space, and it really saves you some space on your quill, but it's in there for now. And then you have your back cover. As always, these are interchangeable. You just kind of peel them off and you can pop them back on. It's going to work with all of your regular Erin Condren covers, the vegan leather ones, everything. That new cover will look so good on there. I just love that color. But yeah, so that is the new planner, the new dashboard layout. I'm so excited to try this out. I just really think it's going to be very, very fun and functional to plan in. So we do have new markers. Now there is a new set of markers for the hexagon as well. And that one actually comes with 12 markers. And then the markers that match this planner, the bouquet planner, you can actually pick up 2 different packs. So they have the pastel pack or they have the earth tone pack, and they both actually match like super, super well. I would say this one kind of goes better with the tabs, and then this matches like the darker color within. And the matching game on this is like so on point this year. It really, really looks very good. The marker packs are $16.50 each, or the 12 pack for the hexagon is $24.50. So I do actually have this swatched, and then I have it swatched on a separate piece of paper so that we can look at it with the tabs. So here are the markers actually all swatched out. I do actually have, my order also came with like in the welcome pack where it's got like everything that you can see when it comes with this and those 20% off coupons, etc. It did also come with like one of the new dual tip markers. So this one was just in the black. I used that to write at the top there. And if you notice, The markers are all printed with the name on them, which is so awesome. They are not highlighters, they are dual tip markers. So you have like a fine tip and then a more like bold medium tip. And so we have the pastel set up here and then the earth tones. I did do a little bit of stenciling just to try them out, and you can see the difference between the fine and the medium tip. I really like these markers. I think they're so pretty, but mostly I love how well they match to the tabs. I mean, if you just kind of like look at them even like that, you can see, but let me just show you an example. So here is July, and like look at that spruce color with that. It's so perfect. And then the moss looks so nice with it too. And it, like if you go on the page, it's really good. So the moss is not an exact match. The spruce is definitely closer, but they look super nice together. The purples are just like perfect. It's first of all, this French violet color is like one of the most gorgeous colors I've ever seen, but the heather looks so good with it too. It's just really, really nice. So then in May, you've got like this sand color matching the lighter color, and then the terracotta, so it looks super nice. The yellow one was the hardest one I had to match. I actually think the sand looks really nice with this as well. And then the marigold there with the text is really close. But the lighter one, the sand is definitely the closest, although I do think that the sand is really meant to be with the May, but they look super nice together. And then here for this February color, we've got the rose pink and the lipstick. Again, the just like, if you look at that with the font, it's just so close. And this with the background, really, really good match. And then we're back to January, which is again, that sage color. And then you do have this charcoal gray in this one, which is like the dark, honestly, this one matches with the April color pretty well, but the powder blue and the denim are really supposed to be, I think, the closer match. But yeah, it's nice to have a gray marker as well. And then obviously I have the black one from that. So I just think that this matches way closer than any set of markers that Erin Condren has done in the past. Like, this is definitely the closest match, and I absolutely love it. They also sent me this elastic pen holder. This is $12.50. It's actually, I really like this. I wasn't sure I was going to. I'm not usually into that, but it's really nice. It just like kind of bands your planner close, and then it holds about 3 pens. And you just kind of slide it in. It's just like kind of a nice little pouch there. I got a bunch of pens at my desk, so yeah, you can kind of see it holds about 3, 2 to 3. So yeah, so that is just kind of nice. It also keeps your planner like nice and firmly shut. And then the last thing that I have is this sticker book that matches with the planner. This is $16.50. There are other accessories like similar to what you've seen in previous lines, although not quite as many this year released as in previous years. So this is just like kind of like a smaller selection of matching things to go with your planner. But overall, everything is just like so absolutely gorgeous. So let's take a quick look at the stickers here. I love these. They're like little seal stickers. That would be like so beautiful on like a letter or, you know, to seal an envelope as well as in your planner. So you got like some fun shapes of sizes. These look like they would go really well in the dashboard spread. Some gold words here, habit trackers, some more of that shape. Oh, these are really pretty, like just closing a letter with that. I mean, come on. So gorgeous. And the colors on this are so beautiful. So yeah, and we have some floral decoration. All of this paper feels the same. There's none of like that thinner translucent paper in here. So it's all just plain white sticker paper. It's really good for writing on. You can write on this with any pens. But that is the sticker pack there. That is everything that I have from this new Erin Condren collection. Obviously there is a lot more. Check out the other creators' videos. Again, I will link them down in the description below. If I forgot to mention anything or you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or DM me on Instagram. I will get you an answer. If you are shopping and you want to use my affiliate link, I do always really appreciate that. It's down in the description below. It doesn't change your shopping experience in any ways, and it does help support my channel. Thanks so much for watching. Happy new planner season. And of course, thank you again to Erin Condren for sending me this gorgeous package to take a look at and to share with all of you. I'm so excited for the new planner launch and just like this gorgeous, gorgeous floral design. You can check out more on Instagram and TikTok at My Crafty Plans. I'll be sharing more stuff from the launch, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.